Hi guys. I'm not doing these books in any particular order. There's 9 fruits of the Spirit, and the book is upside down. So right now we are doing a short study on faithfulness. Here's the book. It is a devotion series by Robert Strand. Today's devotional is faithfulness. I'm a little bit of a slow reader, so you'll have to forgive me for that. Now they're giving you, and I forgot to give this to you in Joy, but they do give you a Greek. The Greek is spelled Pistos. Pistos? It is Greek, meaning to be trusted, reliable, believing to be counted on at all times, of a firm persuasion, faithful. It also speaks of endurance, a firm purpose, especially when living in tough times. It's a positive, active attribute of character. D.J. Moody said, "I believe in a faith that you can see, a living, working faith that prompts action. Faith without works is like a man putting all his money into the foundation of a house. And works without faith is like building a house on sand." Now, that's an old hymn. I used to go with my mom to a little one-room church. In fact, it's the first place I remember getting in front of a group of people. I think I was like 5 years old. And I went up to sing "Jesus Loves Me" and promptly forgot the words. They took it well and helped me out. Which, not getting laughed at and having everybody in the church help you, really, and even though it was a one-room church, there wasn't that many people, but for 5 years old, that made me feel better, and it was easier for me to keep getting up there. And all the time I went there, my sister and I always got up there. In fact, at Christmas, Mom would do one song with me and one song with my sister, and it was the same 2 songs every year. It was "Oh Little Drummer Boy" and "Do You See What I See?" And I can remember my mom getting up there and singing "Will the Circle Be Unbroken." That was always my favorite. It's just, and this song that's in this book made me think of that, so please bear with me. But picture yourself in a one-room church. There's wooden walls, almost like, think about an old cabin. And it's a one-room church, and you've got no instruments, no piano, no organ, no drums, no maracas, just your voice. And think of 20 people all singing this song with just their voices in thanks and praise to God. "Great is thy faithfulness, O God my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassion thy fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Summer and winter, springtime and harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their own courses above, join with all the nature in the manifold witness to thy great faithfulness, mercy, and love, pardon for sin, and a peace that endures, thine own dear presence to cheer and to guide, strength for today and a bright hope for tomorrow, blessings all mine with 10,000 beside." Excuse me a minute, I skipped a page. "Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me." That was written by Thomas O. Chisholm. This book goes on to talk more about faithfulness. But I look at it this way. When I was little, the first book I can remember anybody reading to me other than the Bible was The Hobbit. And in the Hobbit series, there's Lord of the Rings, and the main characters are Frodo and Sam. And Frodo and Sam go on this quest with their other companions, and eventually the companions have to split up. And Frodo's going to go on by himself, so he gets in a boat, going to go across the river so they can't follow him, and he's going to complete the quest on his own, so no one else gets hurt, just him. And he's got this thing he has to destroy, and he's going to do it. He's going to do it by himself. And his best friend, who can't swim, and it does mention in the books he can't swim, starts charging out into the river, half drowning, before he can get to Frodo in the boat. And Frodo pulls him up into the boat. And he says, Sam, I was going to go alone. No, you're not. Sam says, no, you're not. And I'm paraphrasing, but Sam's like, no, you're not. You're not going to do this alone. And in the earlier part of the book, Frodo asks Sam a question about why he's coming on that quest. And he says, I made a promise, Mr. Frodo, not to leave you, and I don't mean to. And faithful Sam follows Frodo the whole quest, even if it means he's going to die. And there comes a point when Frodo is maddened by the ring and pain and thirst, and he doesn't believe Sam. And he yells at him, and he's mean to him, and he tells him to go back to the Shire. And Sam stays with him, behind him, all the way watching. And when Frodo's hurt, Sam comes to rescue him. And when Frodo can no longer go any further, and they're at the destination almost. I mean, we're talking within 10 feet, 15 feet of where they need to be. Frodo collapses. He can't go no more. He's got no more in him. And his faithful friend picks him up. And he says, I may not be able to carry that ring, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you. That's a faithful friend. That's a friendship that is trusted, that is true no matter what you go through. And I think there are real friendships like that. I've been blessed to be part of several. And 2 of those people are gone now, but I'm so glad that I could be there through those friendships when we carried each other, drug each other, and ignored each other enough to stay by their side. Everybody has faults. Don't lose friendship or family over small things. Now, I'm not saying you don't have issues, because some people do. Bless me, I know. But faithfulness, God doesn't leave us. It may seem like it. In fact, sometimes I think there's not footprints in the sands, but butt prints where I've been dropped. But I haven't been dropped. And when I did fall, he picked me up, or he had someone help pick me up. And I still have friends like that in my life. And several of them are states away. I haven't seen several of them. 2 of them I've never seen in face to face. One of them, we haven't seen each other. We graduated high school. We've known each other since 3rd grade, and we can get on the phone without having talked to each other in years, and it's like we just saw each other yesterday. That's faithfulness. Maybe you're not Sam or Frodo, but can you think who in your life has picked you up? Who in your life, when you've turned around and had to come back home, just like the man that in the Bible, the parable of the son that came back home after he'd squandered his inheritance. But yet the dad says, hey, look, my son is home. Let's have a big dinner. Let's celebrate. We should all be like that. That's faithfulness. That's love. Sometimes you can't show that kind of love. Sometimes you have to sit back and let people stumble and fall. But that's also faithfulness. Because you love them enough to be there when they do stumble and fall and help them put the pieces back together. We may not be able to carry the burden of another person, but perhaps we can help them get through, just like Sam did Frodo. I hope y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. See you in the next book. Bye-bye.